PDubs, what the hell you doing?
I'm trying to get over.
Oh, my back.
That's right, broskies. Pinball Mania is back. That's right, Pinball Mania is sweeping the three-quarter scale arcade world. And today, on today's episode of PDubs Arcade Loft, we're going to show you something pretty cool with our AtGames Legends Ultimate and Pinball. Now, let's say, for instance, you don't have the money to build your own V-Pin, and let's say you don't have the money to buy a V-Pin. Let's say you don't even have the money to buy a really cool toy V-Pin, like the Toy Shock. You're bored of sitting there playing with your thumbs on the TV, playing on your Nintendo Switch, or playing on your video game console or on your computer. Well, something really cool that I want to show you is with the BYOG feature on Legends Ultimate, you can play some really awesome Pinball FX3 games and have an arcade experience, albeit not as awesome as having a true pinball machine type experience, but you can have a great experience. And I'm going to show you some really cool things about that BYOG feature right now.
Okay, broskies, the screen capture card and the HDMI splitter will be delivered tomorrow, so we'll get rid of this over the shoulder. I am at version 3.0.18. Can't wait to do that splitter, by the way. You guys are going to love it. Okay, so on version 3.0.18, if you head down to the BYOG feature, you'll see right here, these are all your different BYOG systems. Obviously, the main one is Steam. It's the one that's considered not in beta. And, of course, the BYOG feature is the one where you pay by the hour. And, whatchamacallit, so this is the one where it costs you $1 an hour, and you can hook up a USB keyboard and mouse in order to communicate. And apologies for how dirty my machine is. I had to remove all those decorations from the holiday contest, and I haven't had a chance to dust the machine off. Now, while we're waiting for the AtGames servers and the BYOG servers to fire up, because, again, we are not streaming locally. I am connected via Wi-Fi, not via direct connection, but via Wi-Fi through my 5 gigahertz network here in the house to the BYOG servers, the servers that you lease through AtGames for the $1 an hour. I am not doing the local streaming. You could do the local streaming if you want. However, I've noticed I'm getting a much better experience when I use the BYOG feature. So, I mean, obviously, you get what you pay for. So, you know, to use these high-powered servers, it's going to cost us $1 an hour. Okay, guys, now after the servers fire up, you'll notice that if you've linked your Steam account to the AtGames Legends Ultimate, it's going to log you right into your Steam account. Now, you'll notice I don't have my laptop turned on. I don't have my PC turned on. You don't need to do that. You don't need to go to your PC and tell it to play the game and stream it over your network to the cabinet. You just simply log into the application on your cabinet, and you have access to your entire Steam library. Now, let's take a look at something very interesting here. So you'll notice I have a green play button for Pinball FX3, so it's ready to play. And let's take a look at something cool. So let's say you have another game, or if you're going to do Pinball FX3 for the first time. For example, we're going to use Pinball Wicked. You'll notice that instead of it saying play, it says install. Now, we've seen some videos in the past, and I guess there's a little bit of confusion going on out there. What does this mean? So when you click install, this is absolutely what you want to do to get your games running and get them running efficiently. You will notice that every single ArcadeNet user, when you're on your BYOG, you are all given, including myself, 250 gigabytes of disk space, where you can download your games onto their servers. That way they run more efficiently. Obviously, I have a few games installed, so I'm right around 205 gigs. So for example here, I'm showing you that what we're doing is we're going to install Pinball Wicked And that way, and there it is, it's installing. Now keep in mind, it's not installing on my PC, it's not installing on my laptop. It is installing on our the virtual servers for the BYOG. Every user gets 250 gigabytes. And if you install the games, they're not being installed locally on your arcade machine. Again, they're being installed on your BYOG servers up in the cloud. So you definitely want to do this because the games obviously will run more efficiently and faster when you do the install. All right. Now, once you finish installing the game for the first time, it will launch you right into the game. So as you can see, Pinball Wicked is up and running. So just wanted to give you guys a showing of that. Now, for a cool video on Pinball Wicked, you might want to check out Cool Toy. And I think my buddy the Tech Buzz also showed this game as well. I'll post links to their channels. They've showed you how this works on their system. Anyway, my goal here is, of course, to show you Pinball FX3, so let's hop over to that. Alright guys, so after you get your Pinball FX3 up and running, you'll notice that the latency, let's keep our eyes on that throughout the rest of this video. Excuse me while I have another sip of the brewski. And we'll take a peek and keep our eyes there on that latency in frames per second. You'll notice that the game runs really good through the BYOG. So obviously Pinball FX3 has got plenty, 96 tables available for your viewing pleasure. I got a whole bunch of them unlocked. I think I got about 20 tables. You know, I got your Williams, Zen Studios, Jurassic Park, Marvel, Star Wars, Universal Studios. Lots and lots of games for your viewing pleasure. I think what we'll do is we're going to start with Jurassic Park. And I do have to give credit where credit is due. Pinball FX3 tables are a lot of fun to play. Fantastic animations, graphics, and options and features and upgrades on every table. It is an enjoyable experience. Now, what's interesting is the control scheme on the AtGames Legends Ultimate that you all need to be aware of. Let's take a look at this. Now, you could plug in an Xbox 360 controller and have a blast playing Pinball FX3, but the goal, of course, is can we use our arcade controls and have a good experience? You'll notice that the Player 1 controls, when you first launch Pinball FX3, do not operate, and especially if you don't have anything else plugged into the USB ports. However, the Player 2 controls will operate right when you launch it up, but obviously we want to get around that. You definitely don't want to be standing in front of your Legends Ultimate or even sitting in a chair in front of your Legends Ultimate trying to use Player 2 controls, Z for left flipper, C for right flipper, and the A button, and it's just an awkward feeling. However, there's a fix. So what you want to do is, when you get your game fired up, is hit the menu button to get the BYOG and the ArcadeNet menus at the top of the screen there, where it says Quality Controls Joysticks. You want to go to Control Mode and switch it to Game, because it launches in auto, so it thinks you have a mouse as Player 1. But if you switch it to Game, now it'll unlock, and once you hit the menu button to get rid of the menu, now it'll let you use your Player 1 controls. Let's see if we can get that ball to fire away. And boom. There you go. Now again, we have the controls now on Player 1 side. A for launching the ball, X for changing the screen, Z and C for flippers. But what you can do from this point is use Player 1 Z and Player 2 C as your left and right flippers, and although it might seem a little goofy sounding, you get used to it after about 5 minutes, and you end up having a really good gameplay experience. And now you can use either A button to launch the ball, either X button to change the camera, joysticks for your nudge, all that kind of stuff. So you end up having a good time playing these games on the machine. Alright, so now let's take a look at some games. So what I've noticed is, you know, here we go. Nope, we just jumped up, coming back down. So, beautiful table. I love this one. Frames per second with the BYOG, with the game installed, we are getting that 61 frames per second. Latency usually averages anywhere between 40 to 50. Now don't forget, you got to go over to your control mode. and switch it to game. The sound effects are really loud. Like, I only have it at 50.
Fighting for justice, peace, and valuable antique rarities. Fat country, let's stop here. Just went and made a new dinosaur.
Yeah, it's kind of what we.
And I love that we have, you know, all the camera views that we want. This one's kind of crazy, makes me dizzy a little.
You're not coming with us?
Like I said, it is really loud. And I like, it gives you the entire history, everything you need to know, just like you would see Pinball Arcade, things like that. Oops. And remember, I'm using my Player 1Z, Player 2C for the flippers. Now, I love this game. But then again, I'm a big nerd. I love anything fantasy, Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, Willow, all that stuff. So, this stuff just appeals to me. What can I say? I love when you get going, how the dragon will breathe fire. The drawbridge is open, you shoot the castle. Uh-oh. Pissed off the dragon. Wow. It's just a beautiful table with all the bad guys.
Home sweet home. Bring me some decent pictures, Parker, or you are fired! Fired, fired, fired! Spider sense tingling.
I love how all the ramps make you feel like the ball is Spider-Man, swinging and twisting.
Hurry up, Parker! This isn't some sort of dad-blasted charity!
Alright guys, we definitely don't want to drop another 30-minute video on you. So as we kind of wind down here and show you some final shots of Wolverine, which is, again, another awesome Pinball FX3 table. Really enjoy playing this. I do have some final thoughts for you. So, for instance, I do have a nice gaming PC that I just picked up on Black Friday, and when I play these games on my gaming PC using like an Xbox controller, I do end up having a lot of fun, great experience. I have a very, very high-powered PC, great graphics card and all that, and no lag time, latency, anything like that. So it's good experience. When I play here on the Legends Ultimate, what's nice is it's kind of giving you that arcade experience, although you're not standing in front of a pinball machine. However, it is fun. It's definitely fun. I would say on a satisfaction level, I'd say we're right around 80-85% because the latency does kind of pop up from time to time. And a couple times I have gotten kicked out of a game here and there. So, however, I'm not going to hold that against AtGames. I know they are working on improving those servers and the experience for everybody. And of course, too, this is something that you have to pay for. You have to pay $1 an hour, whereas I could sit at my gaming PC and play this for free. Since I've already paid for the games. However, it is nice to have the feature. It's always nice to have the feature. Now, would I predominantly say this is the go-to way to play these games on the... I would probably have to say no, because, you know, you could just play them on your gaming PC. However, I can see myself, you know, hey, maybe 1 or 2 hours a month, I'm feeling like, what am I going to play today up in the arcade loft? Oh, I know, I'm going to play some pinball BYOG games on the Legends machine. That way I can stand up, play the games, and have kind of a simulated experience because obviously it's not a real pinball machine. Still, it's a lot of fun. Something that I will use, obviously not frequently. And if you guys want to see more games, I do have a lot of more games, especially Star Wars and things of that nature. And with our capture card and HDMI splitters, we'll be able to capture some great footage for you so you don't have to see these over-the-shoulder angles. If you guys want to see that stuff, leave comments in the comment section below. Let me know you're interested, and I'll film that video. If you're not, I won't. Also, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, especially if you're new. Help us hit that next milestone. We're shooting for 2,000. Would love to get there before the end of the year. And also, make sure you join the AtGames Legends Ultimate fan page. Make sure you, so you can stay up to date on everything going on with AtGames on Facebook. Thanks so much for tuning in to PDubs Arcade Loft, guys. I hope you have a great day, and I got some great modding videos coming out this weekend as well. Talk to you soon.